Jojo for show. One Mr. Hunter. A-side music. Huh? Las Vegas. 702. Win City. Hey. Yes, sir. Once again, it's Jojo for show, and I'm back with Sorry Not Sorry, the podcast. I got my close friend, my homeboy, my partner, comedian Doughboii. How you doing, bro?
Chilling.
He's chilling, huh? See, you got the stocking cap on. Where the weed at? Roll some,
Oh,
huh?
yeah, it's right here.
Oh, yeah. You
Yeah,
know
it's
what I
on the wall
mean?
over there.
But yeah, I wanted to get you on this podcast, man. We're gonna take a step outside of the music scene for a second, and I think we wanted to introduce the folks to, you know what I mean, some comedy. You know what I mean, which is your profession, and you know what I mean. I just wanted to run it down for him, introduce you to the people, and you know what I mean. Talk to you for a minute. You dig?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate this little podcast time. You know what I'm saying? It was long overdue.
Long overdue, my friend. But you know what I mean. Tell the people who you are and where you from.
Well, my name is Doughboii Kaiser from Chicago. Uh, then I moved to Gary, Indiana to better my life. You know what I'm saying? I lived there for a while. Started comedy in Chicago, though. Starting out at a little spot called Hidden Shamrock, North Side. Did many hours up in there. Then I moved over to Gary. Then I started doing a lot of shit in Gary. You know what I'm saying? I really can't name some of the places because some of the places probably closed down now. You know what I'm saying? It's up 1 minute, closed down the next minute. So, you know what I'm
What
saying?
what is what is Gary, Indiana like?
Gary is a spot that you only go if you know somebody. And even if you do know somebody, you probably still don't want to go. You know what I'm saying? It's not it's not the bestest of towns right now. It used to be booming back in the '60s, but now in the 2000s, it's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of abandoned houses, lots of abandoned houses. It's nothing really to do in Gary other than sell drugs or shoot people.
Damn.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They always got the highest murder capital, and there's only like 80,000 people in the city, but yet they have over 100,000 murders a year. So they're all outsiders.
Well, we don't want none of that because I damn sure don't want to get my ass shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm too drippy to get shot, man. I can't be laid up in no damn hospital. But what got you into stand up comedy? How did you become a comedian?
Man, you know, it's kind of funny, man. You know, I didn't land into comedy just like how everybody else did. Actually, I went to a comedy show to support a friend. You know, he asked me to come support, so I went out there and I supported, you know what I'm saying? Not knowing it was really an open mic, you know what I'm saying, where a bunch of comedians go and they practice their craft and shit. I didn't know that. I thought I was going to an actual show. So I go there, you know what I'm saying? I go there with him. I sit at the bar chilling. He said he's about to go check in, so he was going to check in, and he signed both of us up. He didn't tell me he signed me up, but yeah, he signed me up anyway. Um, Shortly after that, probably like about after 20, 30 minutes, this chick, um, Sarah Gallagher, white chick, badass bitch, woo. But yeah, she called me up to the mic. You know what I'm saying? I thought she was trying to call. I thought she was calling me up there to holler at me. Cause you know I said I was kind of digging her. You know what I'm saying? I thought she was calling me up there to holler at her. She gave me the mic. She's like, "Yeah, you got 4 minutes. We gonna light you at 3." I was like, "Light me at 3? What the fuck? 4 minutes? What the fuck you talking about?" She's like, "You up here to do comedy?" I was like, no, I'm not up here to do any type of comedy. But fuck it, I'm up here. Might as well do something." And so I did something. Yeah, from that very first time, I was a comedian. Then I kind of just started to like it. You know what I'm saying? It was a good way to be heard.
Did your did your family, were they supportive of your journey? Have they been? I should say.
As far as like coming to shows, no. My father, He'll tell people that I am a comedian, but he ain't about to come see me though. That nigga, fuck that. He ain't coming to see me ever do any type of comedy. I mean, maybe if I'm famous, you know what I'm saying, he can be like, oh, I got a famous ass son. Then he might come, but yeah, he ain't coming. Yeah. My mom, she watched my shit on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to her. She watched it on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? She didn't really care for it because she was like, oh, you kind of raunchy. You one of them raunchy ass people. I was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, she watched me on YouTube and on Roku. Um, my grandmother, rest in peace to her, she actually came to a show I had at Money Plays. So, yeah, she
Money
actually came and
plays.
saw me. Yeah,
That was the
Money Plays,
spot.
yeah.
Money plays. Used to go up
Yeah,
and down
yeah,
that
yeah.
motherfucker, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I had a cousin. I had about, I say about 5 family members come see me do comedy off and on. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like permanent, but yeah, off and on.
So were you ever the class clown or any shit like that? You know what I mean? Because that's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like what a lot of people think that a comedian grew up being the class clown and the funny motherfucker all the time and shit like that. And a lot of times it probably wasn't even like that.
Um, I got in trouble a lot. You know what I'm saying? I guess I'm not gonna say I was a class clown. I was like cracking jokes during class because I get my ass whooped, so I didn't really do too much of that. Um, I was a jokester. A lot of my friends be like, "Yo, you a comedian?" I kind of knew you would do that. I didn't. You know, I don't. I smoke so much weed, nigga. I don't remember a lot about my childhood no more, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember a lot. I was like, shit, I don't know. I guess I'd be like meeting people that I knew from back in the day. Be like, yeah, what's up? And I'm like, yeah, who are you? And they be like, yeah, I'm such and such. I'm like, oh, okay. Were we
So
friends back
like
in the day?
do you practice your material and shit like that? Like at home, like a rapper would be sitting there reading his bars and shit like that. You know what I mean? Or do you just get up on there and do your thing? How do you come up with your craft? You know what I mean? How you come up with your shit?
At first, when I first started comedy, I wrote a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I jotted down the premise, what I want to talk about. Not really write out the whole joke. I wrote down like a couple words or a word, and then I just go off of that one word, like fat bitch. I just go off that for just a long period of time. Like I got many stories about big bitches, you know what I'm saying, or garbage cans. You know what I'm saying? I could just go off it, you know, then just talk about, you know, just whatever. So I write down words, and then when I met Eddie Griffin, one of my mentors, you know, shout out to Eddie Griffin. When I met him, you know what I'm saying, he gave me a lot of wisdom. He was like, you know, you really shouldn't have to write. I mean, if it's coming from the heart and you speak in truth, you don't have to write, because when you write, it's like you writing to be funny. Talent is something that was given. You know what I'm saying? Funny is something that's given. It's nothing that you could teach or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So if it was given to you as a gift, then you can just go out there and be funny. You ain't got to write it down. You ain't got to tell, because when you write it, it's like you lying to the people. You know what I'm saying? You try to make it funny. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. Just go out there and be fucking funny. That's his motto. Go out there and just be fucking funny.
See, and that was
And
going to be one of my later questions, which you already answered. Can somebody learn to be funny? Because some motherfuckers think they're funny and they're not.
yeah, I mean, you know what? For people that think that they're funny, I'd be like, you know what? Get on stage anywhere at an open mic and see how funny you are. You will know from that first time. If you don't
Now,
get no claps or nothing, then you probably ain't funny.
and that means they died. Because
Yeah.
have
I
you
mean,
ever
'cause
died on stage?
I guess when I first started, you know what I'm saying, I got booed once. You know what I'm saying? But that's because it was my first stage, you know what I'm saying? First stages of it.
Now, was that from a heckler or because motherfuckers just didn't find anything you said funny at that time?
It was I guess they didn't find me funny, you know what I'm saying? It was really a totally all black crowd. And they were expecting Kevin Hart, but they didn't pay Kevin Hart money. But you know what I'm saying? That's the problem with black people. They be expecting Kevin Hart, Mike Epps, shit like this, but they didn't pay that type of money to even see that type of person. You paid $5 to get in. You didn't pay 25. You didn't pay 30. You paid $5. What the fuck you think you're gonna get for $5? You gonna get us amateur ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get us amateurs and you gonna let us try out our shit. You ain't gonna get no fucking Kevin Hart for $5. No.
I wouldn't say you's an amateur. You low key like a underground legend around this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Because you got all kind of shit that be going on. You know what I mean? You done did something. I consider you a veteran in my book. You know what I mean? And in a lot of people's book. You know what I mean? So, but I wanted for people that don't know, can you define what a heckler is?
A heckler is someone who talks, makes sounds, make gestures during your set. You only got 5 to 7 minutes on stage. You really ain't got that much time. So you just want to get your shit across. So while you're getting your shit across, you got this person in the crowd that keep talking during your shit, or they keep saying shit during your shit. And it's like you keep telling them to stop talking. I'm gonna make you part of the show. And then
That's like what Eddie Murphy did in The Nutty Professor. He was Buddy Love when he was.
Yep. Buddy Love type situation. That was a true ass heckler right there. And you get a lot of those sometimes. You get a lot of those. You get a lot of people that want to be a part of the show. So I make them be a part of the show. But
Now, I've seen you tear a heckler ass up personally. You know what I mean? Because I've been to many shows and you done got on their ass. You know what I mean? So for the people, can you tell them how you handle a heckler? A motherfucker that's just in there just fucking with you. You know what I mean?
All right, I'll tell you a little story. Little story. I was in Boulder City. I was doing I had a feature spot. So I had like 15, 20 minutes on stage. And now it was this chick that just kept talking. She kept talking. And she kept talking and she kept talking. And I kept asking her to be quiet, So eventually I just said, you know what, you want to be a part of the show, don't you? You want to be a part of the show so bad. So I made her come up to the stage. She got on stage and I said, so what you want to do? She's like, what you want to do? I was like, all right, fuck it, strip. kind of like the fellas out here want to see what your body look like. You know what I'm saying? Strip down for a brother. She stripped down the bras and panties for a brother. You know what I'm saying? She actually stripped. I was like, well, she pull them motherfucking titties out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Do something. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a part of the show so bad. You want people to clap for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like I made her a part of the show, and you know she didn't pull her titties out, but she did get naked though. She got quite naked on the show. I mean, because she was a willing participant. I mean, I guess if they willing, you let them be a part of the show for a couple minutes, but then you kick them off the stage. You know what I'm saying? All right, now get the fuck off stage. Now you had your little time. Now you get the fuck off stage. Now we get back to the tune in. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to this shit. And yeah, I mean, you know, I roasted a person so bad I made them cry. I'm sorry I did it, but I mean, hey, you know, you just kept fucking with me, so I had to make the people laugh somehow. So I just roasted her. Hey, whatever.
Which 5 comics did you grow up idolizing or were your favorites that you look up to?
Well, 2 of them are passed away, and that would be Red Fox and Richard Pryor.
Legends.
Red Fox #1, because Red Fox would get up there and speak his fucking mind and not give a fuck what nobody gotta say, and he did it all in front of white people. He did it in front of white people. The hardest, I mean, not the hardest because they laugh at anything, but he did it in front of white people, or he did it in that time in front of white people to where he didn't give a fuck. He just did his shit. #2, Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor was so good, he talked about the white people in front of the white people and had them cracking the fuck up. And plus, the nigga did a lot of freebasing and shit. Anybody do freebase and still do comedy is, in my book, a great ass comedian. That nigga, you know what I'm saying? He probably sucks dick for comedy, who knows? But, you know what I'm saying? Another one, after them 2, I'm going to go with my man Mike Epps. You know what I'm saying? Basically because he's from Indiana. He's from Indianapolis, Indiana. And he's another person that keeps it real. You know what I'm saying? He just I don't even think Mike Epps writes because the shit he say he can't be writing that shit.
Nah.
He can't be writing it. Eddie Griffin is another one. Eddie Griffin. I mean, I've actually hung out with Eddie, so that's a good ass dude. That's a pretty cool. I mean, he pretty shitty around to everybody else, but he was cool with me. You know what I'm saying? He's showing me a lot of respect, and that's why I respect him. He's another person. He keeps it real. I know he don't write. He freestyles, but he freestyles so good. He's been doing it over 20, 30 fucking years, so he's good at it. And then last but not least, Dave Chappelle, another motherfucker who tells it like
Yes.
it is.
Yes.
And he doesn't even hold back. And I mean, he talks about everybody. And I like that. And you know what I'm saying? You said top 5, but I got one more, DL Hewley. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
My man DL, man. I couldn't squeeze him in with the other 5, but he would be a number 6, you know what I'm saying? But he'd be like a 5'8".
So what are your feelings about the industry now?
The industry now, I mean it's cool because I'm not big time like Eddie Griffin or Dave Chappelle or Mike Epps. I'm saying I'm lower level still, you know what I'm saying? I mean even though I've been in it 10 years, you don't become a great comedian until you get that one big shot. So you have an HBO special, so you get a movie, you land on somebody famous, some famous nigga record, some shit like that. You on that nigga CD or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Once you do one of those 3 things, once you become seen by the whole fucking world, then I feel like you made it. You know what I'm saying? I haven't got there yet. I mean, I might be known by a lot of people, but I'm not in their conversation when they talk to other people. You know what I'm saying? They just remember me. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, you used to hang out. You know what I'm saying? Such shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Shit. I forgot the question because I'm
That's
high.
because you. Oh, man, what strain is it though? What strain is it? I'm curious.
Picked up some shit. Kush Mountains. About Rise. I got some shit from one of these other little niggas, but shit wasn't good, so I'm just gonna get rid of it.
Hey, so out of all those comedians you named, which best 2 movie scenes or movies, I should say, do you like from them? 2 favorite movies from all those guys you just named. Top 2 movies.
Shit, with Eddie. With Dave Chappelle and Half Baked. when that nigga
Great movie.
was talking about when he was talking to Samson, he was like Samson. He like no, they was acting like he was on the phone with him. He like Samson, it's Sheila, it's your mama. He like shut up, bitch. And that's when he was in there. He was shop when he was acting like he was Jamaican and shit. When he was calling about Samson, him and his homies and shit. He was just making up all kinds of shit to get out to get out the shit. Shit. Who? Eddie Griffin and Undercover Brother.
Oh my goodness. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, an Undercover Brother, and basically really just any scene, because you know what I'm saying. Any motherfucker seeing that bitch was just tight.
I
Because
miss
the
seeing him
movie,
in movies.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. The whole motherfucking movie was tight, and also. And another off the wall movie. He was in when Eddie Griffin was in American Hero, some Netflix straight to the DVD of motherfucking movie. But he was in a wheelchair the whole fucking movie. It was just crazy to see this nigga. We actually talked about it. He was like, yeah, he spent like at least 8-9 hours in that motherfucking wheelchair a day. I'm like, damn, shit, you almost thought you was in a motherfucking wheelchair then, shit,
Damn,
nigga,
that's
huh?
fucked up.
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, he was doing it for a movie, so he had to spend a lot of time learning how to do it. I mean, because he did a couple tricks in the movie too in the wheelchair. So I guess he had to learn how to Be a disabled nigga.
Damn, that can be depressing. Now, hey, speaking of depression, now there have been many comedians that have, they've been claimed to be miserable people, and I'm sure that may not be the case with you or some others, but why do you think there's such a high correlation between sadness and comedians? Like Robin Williams had severe depression. You know what I mean? Jim Carrey. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers like that. You know what I mean?
Because when you become somebody great, motherfuckers start expecting so much from you, and you can't deliver it. So you get depressed, nigga. Like you get like sad, like nigga, I can't do all the shit that everybody want me to do. And some niggas they lose their shit, they get depressed, and some niggas kill themselves. I think that's the cowardly way out, but I mean, shit. I mean, not too many black people kill themselves because niggas go through so much shit. They be going through shit for 400 fucking years and then some. So, and we don't be offing ourselves. So I figure, why you kill yourself? Because your lights got cut off. Shit, nigga, our lights always get cut off. We don't kill ourselves. We just get them turned back on. So, I don't know. Shit. Sometimes money become a problem. Maybe you was big back in the 80s and 90s and you had a whole lot of money, but now in the 2000s, shit that went up. Can't afford shit no more. You know what I'm saying? You're losing your house, losing all your cars and shit. Nigga getting depressed, nigga. This shit, you lose everything. You down to just your draws. You like, fuck it, nigga. Might as well off myself. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I don't know. Shit, money problems. Shit,
Probably drugs too. Some of them motherfuckers
yeah,
off
and then
drugs.
drugs. Yeah, I mean, not like rappers. They ain't popping pills like rappers do, nigga. They talking about they popping Percocet and Molly, and they don't say popping every motherfucking pill known to man, and drinking lean and smoking weed, nigga. They get them a stage and pour out their whole motherfucking life for you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean drugs too. Yeah, man. Matter of fact, a motherfucking comedian slash white dude just died today. He drowned in his hot tub. I don't. That sounds weird, but he drowned in his hot tub. So yeah, you know what I'm saying. Whatever.
That's probably the lean and the Percocet together.
Yeah.
If he was doing some shit like that, I don't know how the fuck you drown in a hot tub. He must have been short as a motherfucker.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You have to be short to the motherfucker to drown in the fucking hot. You gotta be like 4'11" to drown in the motherfucking hot tub, nigga. Shit, hot tub 3 feet deep. You gotta be 3 feet tall. Shit.
Now, we were in the studio hanging out, and we were flipping through the Netflix, you know what I mean, in between joints we were doing, and, all you see is Kevin Hart. This nigga has like 1 million Netflix movies, and the homie said, bro, what the fuck happened to Chris Tucker? What are your thoughts on Chris Tucker?
Chris Tucker, I think he fell in money problems. I think he didn't pay. I think he was one of them niggas that didn't pay their taxes. You know what I'm saying? One of them niggas that I guess they figure they ain't got to pay taxes. And so, yeah. And then, cause at first Chris was a comedian. He was on Def Comedy Jam. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He was doing comedy. I only seen a nigga on that motherfucker twice because I think Ice Cube picked him up and put him in Friday right after probably the second time. And once he got in the movies, he just started doing movies and he didn't give a fuck about comedy anymore. So he kind of fell off as a comedian. He just started doing movies. But when he got hit with that tax evasion and he wasn't doing no more movies, like Rush Hour 3 was like his last fucking movie he ever did. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't had no movies in a while, so he had to get back to comedy. And then, but all he got is Michael Jackson jokes. And Michael Jackson been dead for like 15, 20 fucking years. These kids don't know who the fuck Michael Jackson is. So I don't think he's working too well with his new Michael Jackson jokes, but yeah, I think if he would have stayed with comedy like Eddie Griffin, he does movies and he does comedy. He puts out a special at least every year. Dave Chappelle, he puts out a special at least 3 or 4 of them motherfuckers throughout the year. Mike Epps, he puts out a special, you know what I'm saying? And he does movies. Like, you have to do both. If you start off as a comedian, even though you do movies and music, you have to stay a comedian. You know what I'm saying? Chris Tucker, he became a movie star. He just started doing movies. He said, fuck comedy. And then when he
When
had
are
to
you
come
gonna
back to
release some more
comedy.
music? When are you gonna release some more music? Because I know you was working with Spice One. You know what I mean? At one point in time, y'all had some joints.
Me and music, shit, niggas like Me and music is like me and working out. It just ain't happening.
Now,
I
if I
haven't
can backtrack, oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I haven't recorded anything since me and Spice hit the studio back in 2019 or some shit like that. That's the last time I ever hit the studio. I mean, I've been in a couple music videos with you and shit, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't no rapping, you know what I'm saying?
He made a cameo.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I can still rap. I do. If it's anything, I do. It's gonna be a comedy rap. But I haven't wrote anything in a while. Guess I could get back to writing. You know what I'm
Now,
saying? I guess.
if I may backtrack one question, because we spoke of Chris Tucker, which comedian would you like to see more of?
Shit, man. Let's see. Does it have to be one of the five, one of the six I picked, or
It can be anybody.
because really Eddie, DL Hewley, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas, they do a show every fucking day. So you know what I'm saying? We already see a lot of them. Mike Epps, we see a lot of him. Kevin Hart, we see too much of that. And Kevin Hart not even funny. Let me just put that out there. Kevin Hart to me is not funny. All he does is talk about his kids and his family, and that shit's getting kind of boring. There's only so many times you gonna say your fucking kid's retarded. It's like, okay, he's retarded at 2, he retarded at 6. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Because I know myself, you know what I mean? I would like to see more of Steve Harvey, but I mean, he's on TV now, so you're not
Yeah,
really getting what you used to get. But that's what I miss. I miss looking at Steve Harvey. You know what I mean? Steve Harvey always made me laugh. You know what I mean? That was my guy. I liked the way he dressed. You know what I mean? He was just funny as fuck to me. Him and Cedric. You know what I mean? Them was my
yeah.
two guys.
Now see, that's the thing. See, once you get, see, that's what I be talking about. Once you get into movies and you know what I'm saying, he a game show host. He on Family Feud. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. You stop being a comedian and shit. What the fuck? You supposed to still put out. But Steve has never put out an HBO special that I know of anyway. So I can't recall him ever putting out a special anyway. Um, huh? Oh, uh,
He telling you to roll that
so
weed. That's what he said.
yeah,
You to lick the
yeah.
blunt both times.
Um, but see a lot more. Damn, more of. I like to see more. I like to see more of Mike Epps because he a funny motherfucker, and he likes to riff. He goes off the top of the head a lot. And I remember I met Mike Epps one time at the Comedy Store in L.A. I was in the green room in the back, and he came in. First question he asked is like, "Where the weed at?" And everybody pointed at me and shit, like, "Oh, that nigga Doughboii got the weed." And I did. I had the weed. You know what I'm saying? I had the weed back then. You know what I'm saying? I was the weed guy, and I didn't get to take a picture with him because my phone was there. You know what I'm saying? We have been hanging out all day in LA and shit. I didn't have a chance to charge my phone. My shit was dead. That nigga was like, "Man, you got your phone?" I was like, "I got a phone, but it's dead." He was like, "Well, then you really don't have a phone, then, do you, nigga?" I was like, "No, I don't." And so yeah, we smoked about a couple blunts, and then he came out to the Comedy Store, nigga, and he came out to the front stage. He killed it for a whole fucking hour. He bumped everybody that night. But he killed it for a whole fucking hour though, and that was good times.
Now
So
I couldn't imagine getting on stage for an hour. You know what I mean, and keeping the crowd for an hour. You know what I mean. It's hard enough keeping the crowd for a 20-minute music set around this motherfucker. But if at a point in time when you ever felt you were losing the crowd, what do you do?
crowd work. That's you know what, and that's what most comedians do for an hour. I mean, they don't bring the funny for a whole hour. They actually do crowd work in between. That's when crowd work is when you reach out to the crowd and you ask questions like, know what I'm saying? How was your day, buddy? You know what I'm saying? You start picking the different niggas out. You start talking to them and shit. And then you have them respond back to you. And then, you know what I'm saying? After you converse with the crowd about 5 or 10 minutes, then you get it. It actually helps you develop more jokes. You know what I'm saying? They actually, you know what I'm saying? Their responses give you more shit to talk about. You be like, oh yeah, I remember a time I used to do that. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a great person with a lot of great ass crowd work, oh yeah, you'll go pretty far. Yeah, you can do an hour. The longest I've done is an hour. I've done a whole hour before, actually a couple times.
Damn.
At Money Plays, I did for the New Year. We was bringing in the New Year. I did a 30-minute. I did 30 minutes until the countdown, and then I did another 30 minutes right after the countdown. So I did a whole hour. So 2 separate times though. But then I did an hour at a private show and shit.
Now I've been hearing that there's been people around here stealing jokes. You know what I mean? And one of them that comes to mind is Amy Schumer. She's been accused of stealing other comics' jokes. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure that's frowned upon. You know what I mean? Because it ain't like music where you can sample somebody's shit. You know what I mean? That's kind of outright theft. You know what I mean? And she was getting, you know what I mean, negative publicity about that. What are your thoughts on people stealing other people's jokes?
Yeah. You know what? Talk to you the truth. I done had people steal my shit. I've been in the room with niggas when they stole my shit. You're like, damn, nigga, you stole my shit completely word for word. Speaking of person, I'm not even getting a shout out to this nigga. I hate to say his name, but that nigga Spanky Hayes, that nigga stole some of my shit. And you know, he stole some shit talking about fat people. And he not even a fat person. I'm saying he like mid-level chunky, but he ain't extra chunky like me, you know what I'm saying? You got titties and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he tried to steal some shit. Somebody recorded that shit and sent me the clip. I'm like, damn, this is fucked up. Eddie has told me about a couple stories about people stealing his shit. And he was like, you know, some people actually deal with motherfuckers when they steal their shit. I've heard of a couple of motherfucking comedians in LA walk up on stage and beat a nigga's ass over stealing their shit. Nigga like, nah, you ain't about to make money off my motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, stealing jokes is frowned upon. I mean, it'd be frowned upon in music if you was listening to a CD of some nigga and he stole your whole fucking verse off one of your motherfucking tracks and said it on his track. You like, damn, that nigga stole my shit word for word.
I'm gonna want to fight. I'm gonna want to beat his ass.
Shit, this nigga over here making money off your shit. You like, damn, nigga, you making money off my shit. I need some proceeds from your ass. Yeah, same shit.
Now, are there any topics that are too raw for comedy? Like you spoke of Kevin Hart, like, okay, you talking about his kids and shit, being retarded and shit, you know what I mean? So I can imagine how your kid would feel if, you know what I mean, or, you know what I mean, some people are very sensitive, but like, are there some topics that are just too raw for comedy that shouldn't even be spoke about?
In a way, yeah. Another way,
Hell no.
because time plus tragedy equals comedy. So, you know what I'm saying? Tragic shit. People talk about dead relatives, they dead mamas. You know what I'm saying? People talk about a lot of shit on stage. Now, with cancel me culture in here, you know, they don't want you to talk about gay
You can't talk about
people.
gay people.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because gay people, you know, they could take a dick, but they can't take a joke. You know what I'm saying? It's a weird shit, but you know, you can't talk about gay people. You can't talk about Jewish people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of
Yeah,
ethnicities you
yeah, you
can't
end up like
really
Nick
joke
Cannon.
about.
You get your ass fired.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You can't talk about certain women shit. You know what I'm saying? You get canceled. You know, shit like that. Cancel me. You know, whatever. You know, but I just say I'm not even famous yet, so I can talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. I'm not. You cancel me, cool. That'd be cool. I get canceled because then my name would be all over everything.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? You cancel me, my name would be all over everything. Shit, I will appreciate the cancel. So yes, please cancel me.
Now, which comedian do you think will make a good president?
Oh shit. Oh shit. Well, I mean, shit. He's already played the president. Shit. Chris Rock, Jamie Foxx, Eddie Griffin, Dave Chappelle. Any one of them motherfuckers to make a good ass president. I don't think they'll take it, but yeah, I think they'll make pretty good. I mean, comedians we joke a lot, but when we serious, we can be serious and we think very logically. Like a comedian will take a story and break it down. You know what I'm saying? And find out what really happened, and then make jokes about it. You know what I'm saying? They have found the tragedy of the problem and then joke about it. Logically, we was at war with China or something. A comedian president would probably bring the funny and probably talk to the person in probably a comical way to where they just be like, "Oh, well, I see your point. We shouldn't be fighting. We should be just sitting back, smoking blunts and drinking. You know what I'm saying? Making his money. I mean, but war brings money, so we will never ever stop ever having wars because war brings money. So yeah, we won't ever stop."
What is something you should never say to a comedian? You know what I mean? Something that just really pisses you off when people find out you're a comedian. Like I know one of my pet peeves when people find out I'm a rapper, they be like, spit something. I'm like, my nigga, you can go look my shit up everywhere. Like you ain't.
Same with the comedian. They'll be like, "Oh, you're a comedian? Oh man, say something funny." Nah, you be like, yeah, I tell people, catch me on stage, then I'll say something funny. But in the streets, right here, I ain't got nothing funny to say. Plus, I get paid to tell jokes. Why would I give you anything for free? There's the joke. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my pet peeves. You know what I'm saying? And people who say they come into a show and then they don't never show up. I hate them motherfuckers too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You can relate, you're a rapper, you know what I'm saying? You know how it is. Motherfucker like, yeah, when you perform at next. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be there. That motherfucker, they come and go several times. They don't never show up, but they always asking, but they never show up. So yeah, I can't stand them kind of cats either.
Now, I know you have a show coming up. You want to tell the people about that? Well, you have many shows going on and shit, but I just saw the flyer and shit, on Instagram. Or was it
Uh,
Facebook?
yeah, it's on both. Well, we just did a show last night. Uh, it's a monthly show I throw where we eat animals, smoke weed, drink liquor, and watch comedy. I call it the 420 Showcase. I showcase comedians all over the world. They bring the crowd, and I show up, show out. This next show featuring for one of my funniest comedians, Robert Smart from Chicago. Very funny guy. He's been all over Vegas, all over the world. Comedian Monte Cruz, another funny man from Dayton, Ohio. He's a vet. Very funny individual. Um, Dr. J from Inglewood, California. Very funny individual. And last but not least, I got my man Biggs. He's from Compton, California. We got Compton, Inglewood. We got all the classic motherfuckers moves up in that bitch. He's from Compton, California. He's been in the game a couple months. He's kind of new, but he's rocking stages wherever he goes. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm the host, Doughboii. We just hang out, you know what I'm saying? Smoke weed, have fun, listen to comedy, chilling. Chilling out, hanging out with the biker club, Sin City Disciples. Shout out to them. Um,
Shout out Sin
yeah,
City Disciples, people. Oh, the podcast. Tell people about your podcast, man, which I have yet to appear on because of circumstances, unforeseen circumstances. But we gonna figure that shit out, man, because I got to get on that motherfucker. Because that
Yeah,
shit be funny as a motherfucker.
my podcast is ran with me and my co-host. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna call him a co-host. We two hostesses. You know what I'm saying? My nigga Jay Coldwater. Catch him on social medias all over. Funny guy. He's also comedian. He also was on the show last night. He on every show. He's also a roommate. So yeah, you rock all shows. Um, it's called Two Niggas Smoking Weed. All one word. Starting with the number two, smoking. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing. Two niggas smoking weed. Oh, and this niggas. Then IGGAS. And for the white people that can't say niggas smoking weed, we also have a hashtag. It's the Four Blunt Show for you guys. So Four Blunt Show for the white people and all the other races that can't say nigga. And for the black people, it's two niggas smoking weed. We do a Facebook Live podcast. Right now, we're going to future we're going to be on YouTube and all other social medias. Right now, we on Facebook Live. Actually, after this podcast, we got to do our podcast. We're on Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. Around like 9, 10 o'clock. It varies because we be out doing comedy and shit all the time. So it varies a lot of times. We talk about interesting shit. Sometimes we make it funny, but other times we don't because we be too fucking high. We smoke 4 blunts in a show, and that equals up to about an hour and a half, whatever. Then the show is over. So hence 4 blunt show. Smoke 4 blunts, and the show is over. We be dumb high.
Amazing. Now, tell people where they can find you on Instagram, social media. You know what I mean? Tell them where they can find you at so they can tap in.
All right, so I got a lot of Facebook pages. I just keep making Facebook pages because they keep shutting them down and shit, or they get hacked or some shit like that. So I got one page, Doughboii Kaiser. Now again, there's 2 pages out there with Doughboii, spelled the same, all that. One's got a black cap or a baked cap. Don't add that guy. He's the hack.
Yeah, that's the one I blocked because he was fucking with me. I didn't know who the fuck he was, and I knew it wasn't you.
Yeah.
I was on there cussing his ass out. Told him I was gonna beat his ass and everything.
Yeah. A lot of people. Yeah. So don't add that guy. He's the hack guy. Had the other one. I think it's me with a brown shirt on, standing outside somewhere. There's a picture I took of Gary, but I add that picture. Then I got my regular name, which you don't need to know, so we want to discuss that page. Then I got Joseph Kaiser. You can add me on there. Instagram. Once again, I got a lot of pages on Instagram. And the reason why I got a lot of pages on Instagram is because I kept forgetting the fucking password. So, and I kept changing phones and I kept forgetting the fucking password. So I just kept making new accounts. So the one I use the most is Doughboii Jenkins and Doughboii Kaiser. Those 2. You know what I'm saying? You might see a Doughboii Tyler 420, Doughboii 420. That's all me, but I don't be on those. I just those 2. And then it's Doughboii Kaiser on LinkedIn, Snapchat. You know what I'm saying? It's and all the other shit. You know what I'm saying?
He's everywhere.
OnlyFans is Mountain of Chocolate. So, I'm getting real nasty on OnlyFans. Toe sucking, titty licking. It's all mine. It's all mine. Ain't nobody else's.
Doughboii, it's been a pleasure having you all here, man. You know what I mean? For the people, tap into Doughboii. Go to the shows. Tap into the podcast. You're going to see some funny shit that you've never seen before. Veteran status, legendary. You know what I mean? Well respected all around. You know what I mean? So, my brother, it's been a pleasure. And I'm definitely going to have to fall through y'all podcast and tell Jay he needs to tap in with me so he can have him on this show as well.
All right, I will.
Will do.
Yeah, man. In fact, he heard you. Yeah, he heard. He said he's sitting right back there. Yeah, he heard you. Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all later, babe. Look like you got half a blunt left to go. You know what I mean? So y'all enjoy that. Y'all have a good night on this good Saturday. You know what I mean? I'm gonna see y'all later. You know what I mean?
All
This
right,
is
man.
Jojo for
Peace.
show. Sorry, not sorry. My boy Doughboy. You know what I mean? And catch new shit, man. We about to be on y'all asses, on y'all heads, and we coming, man. So tap in, tell a friend, and we sorry, not sorry. Peace.
Peace out.
I don't care what you do or you say. You can say what you want till you're blue in the face. If you keep bumping gums, I'ma catch me a case. I'ma act a damn fool when I step in the place. So bitch, hush.